Welcome to the EMBN Show, a very exciting week for e-mountain bikers worldwide. Now, earlier today, we saw the launch of Bosch's new Performance CX Race Limited Edition motor. On today's show, we're going to be taking a look at one of the bikes that sports that motor. And Chris, back on the set, is going to be looking at all the gossip from you guys around the globe. And here it is, folks, the Whyte Knight, the Whyte E180 Works, 180mm travel front, 170mm rear. Now, as I mentioned, this is one of the few bikes that does actually sport the new Race Limited Edition motor from Bosch. It comes in some other bikes as well, such as the Mondraker Crafty, which we saw earlier today out in the Alps. Some fantastic features about this bike. Now, Whyte have always been pretty ahead of the curve when it comes to geometry. So I'm just going to talk about a few geometry numbers and then talk about some of the fine details about this bike. So we have got a 63.5 head tube angle on there, but it can be adjusted via the Shape It geometry adjust down to 62.5. Obviously, that's going to adjust such things as the bottom bracket height as well. So the bottom bracket height, we're looking at 349 or 341. So I'm guessing, I've not ridden this bike yet, it's going to be an absolute flying machine when it comes to tackling those corners. C-tube angle, very important on an e-mountain bike, 75 degrees. Chainstay length, 444. And three sizes, it comes in medium, large or extra large. Obviously, at 180 travel, it is a solid, purposeful bike. We've got the Zeb fork up front, DT Swiss aluminium e-bike specific wheels. Now, I've ridden these wheels at length. They are pretty much bulletproof. Assegai tyres, obviously get the maximum grip both up and downhill. Physique saddle, obviously at around about £10,000, I'm informed. This bike will come with SRAM access and along with other SRAM components, such as the Code RSC brakes, I do believe in this bike. Crank-wise, they've gone for 165s, and I guess you guys need to know a bit more about the motor if you hadn't heard about it earlier. So it's still 85 Newton meters, but the weight of the motor is 2.75 kilos compared to 2.9 on the standard CX motor. But the performance of this motor is quite different to the standard CX. It's much more aggressive. It's all about acceleration. The minute you get on this motor compared to a standard CX, you will know that the sensitivity of it is much different. It's also, I do believe, on this bike at least, I think it's a bit quieter, but I might be mistaken. So it's very much about racing. So this motor is going to save you tenths of a second, whether it comes to accelerating out of corners, getting up over knuckles or roots or rocks, or indeed getting to the liaisons on time. So a lot of travel, a lot of speed, and a lot of bike. Time to turn our attention to Italy and talk about some Thok bikes. Can we talk Thok?
We can. It's TikTok, isn't it?
TikTok.
Yeah, Thok have introduced a TK01 model, which is their flagship bike, but they've done it in this dark edition, which is a really stealthy looking bike. It's all black components on this, matched up with some yellow parts from Öhlins as well. It's pretty pimp, right, Steve?
It is. 10 machines available in the world. It's nice to have some in special edition, isn't
Definitely,
it?
Yeah, only 10.
EPA motor from Shimano, 630 watt-hour battery, Mavic D-Max wheels, 27.5, 170mm travel front and rear, so full aluminium frame. Comes in at 8,999 euros. So folks, if you want something very special, then the guys at Thok are certainly some people you need to talk to.
Yeah, they've definitely got some
talk to Thok.
Nice touches on this bike as well. You can get it's fully personalised as well. It's got a nice accessory kit with this bike, which actually includes a Garmin for tracking all your rides too. So pretty cool stuff. Right, Steve, it's time to go out and about to see where you guys and girls have been riding your e-bikes all over the world.
And what about Olympia in Washington State, America? I've actually ridden this trail.
Have you?
I've actually ridden this trail.
No way.
That's Jason on North Slope Enduro Capital Forest. And look at this slab here, Chris.
Whoa.
We've talked about this so many times.
I know.
Isn't it time we got out there?
We definitely need to get out there, don't we?
Yeah, this is out at Squamish, and this is Rick and his Canevo. What a beautiful bit of rockery that is.
And back in the UK, we've got Rob here with his Specialised Canevo SL. He's out in Low White Cliff Bay, exploring the Isle of Wight solo mission. Nice, look at that.
And Jim, Santa Monica. Santa Monica. This is with two friends, and the bikes are Orbea World FSs. And then, Chris, look at this Scott Patron.
Urban action here from Peter, out cruising the streets on his Scott Patron Birmingham Commonwealth Games, exploring the city.
Gone for a hit on the Patron. Do you like a hit on the Patron every now and again?
I do, now and again.
Yeah, the old Don Julio. Anyhow, finally, we've got Stuart's Lapia E-Zesty out in Ullock Pike in the Lake District.
Have you ridden that trail, Steve?
I have.
You have?
I have.
No way.
I have.
God.
Folks, lovely shots, particularly like the sunshine shots this time of the year, didn't you?
Yeah, although it is a beautiful UK.
Although it's not gloomy, it's a beautiful time of the year to be riding.
That's true.
Martin's got full concentration here in the background, as usual. Anyway. Right. Chris, I did like your purple top.
You did?
I did.
Last video.
I did like it. So I didn't realise it was an EMBN Energize Along, which you can get from the EMBN shop at the moment. If there's any left, that is.
We've got great deals going on. We've actually got a 10% off bundle. So if you buy the top and the shorts together, you get 10% off. So you can look as pro as Steve when you're out shredding the trail. So get in that shop and check out all the latest new kit.
Okay, folks, it's Wednesday today, but we've got quite a few more days in the week until the weekend. Now, on Friday, you might have seen our in-depth look behind the scenes at the TQ factory in Munich last weekend. There was a very, very kind of interesting insight into what those guys do out there. They do an insane amount of stuff. You know, they make aeroplane control panels, 85% of control panels for shipping, satellites, and we have got one right here.
Yeah, tiny little thing. The size
it
of
is
that
tiny, 1.8 kilos. I think I remember. But what we can out on Friday, actually, folks, is everything about that motor, how it operates out on the trail. You know, the sounds, the sort of the modes, the power it delivers. And all set amongst the chassis of a Trek Fuel EXE. So a proper kind of in-depth geek look, if you like, into the HPR 50 motor from TQ. And then on Sunday, our colleague Rich has been out on the Grand Comban, which is a mountain which is, I do believe it is southeast of Mont Blanc. A massive trip which he took on out there on the Kona remote with Tito Tomasi. It is a bonkers trip, absolutely bonkers, glaciers, you name it.
It does look crazy.
And then back in the UK, we've got Chris and Useful Hacks.
Get you out of trouble when you're on the side of the trail, things that can get your ride going.
All right, folks, it is Climb of the Week, and it's actually Christine's section in the EMBN Show. I mean, it's a regular feature, Christine. Love to see you, up to scratch, getting things in on time, and...
looks like an absolutely amazing ride. Look at the backdrops we've got going.
Backdrop.
I mean, this...
Look at the backdrop, Martin! Martin, look at the backdrop.
Holy moly.
Holy moly, says Martin.
And that rock granite climb as well, breezing up there, looks amazing. So we got to get out there for a ride, right, Steve?
Yeah, to see Christine.
Let's do it.
Christine or Christine?
But keep all those entries coming in, be it a send, a crash, a fail. We love seeing all that action here on EMBN, so make sure you use the upload service.
Okay, some comments from you folks from last week's video that Chris did. Yes, it's got a motor, but what really is the difference? Well, yes, it has got a motor, it's got a battery, it's got a controller and a display.
And it's a lot more fun, right?
And it's a lot more fun. However, some people are yet to be convinced. Anyway, some comments from you guys. Enoch 502 time is the biggest gain. I ride more now because I know I've got the time to have a good ride. Top heavy. I ride the same technical trails on my e-bike. Will go 20% further and my average heart rate is 20 beats per minute lower. the best part is even after the big rides, no problem getting back on it the next day.
Yeah, I used to hate that, riding a mountain bike and then struggling to get back after, you know, big day out. It doesn't happen on the e-mountain bike, does it?
Can't get back on it the next day.
And the last comment is in from Barry Corney saying, only difference is the huge egos that come with mountain bikes, heavier than the motor and battery.
Do you think mountain bikers have got egos?
I don't think so. I think there's a good balance of both.
I think they've got a axe to grind, some of them.
Yeah, definitely, but I wouldn't say egos. Maybe just uneducated.
I think there's some unfinished business there. Anyhow.
But get involved. We love to hear all your comments after every single video, and we do read a load of them.
It is now time for the dreaded bike fault, time where your bikes get absolutely rinsed by myself and Chris and sometimes Martin Ashton on the bike fault. This first one, Chris, is from Sasha. Decoy Cut MX. I think that's a beautiful shot. It's definitely super nice.
Definitely. Next up, we've got Sarad. It's got Specialized Turbo Levo out in Indonesia.
Woo!
Exploring Bali Volcano Trail.
Thing is, right, we look at bikes which stand out, but that's almost like a stealth kind of.
I was going to say, I almost can't see it. You've got a set of wheels.
I think we've got to hand it out to.
There we go, we've got the other wheel. What are you thinking then? I think that's got to be a super nice.
Definitely super nice. Martin Ashton.
Right, next up, Rob's got a Specialized...
He's a troublemaker, mind? He's a troublemaker.
Got Rob here with a Specialized Kenevo SL out on the Isle of Wight, exploring the Isle of Wight and a visit to the bike park.
Come on, it's nice. The next bike is super nice, though. This is Pete's Trek Rail in Surrey Hills. Look at that, Chris. Lovely colour.
Yeah, I love those graphics as well.
Oh, is this the first ever petrol station in the bike vault?
It's on the electric charge point, isn't it, where you put your Tesla?
No, it's not.
But
it's on a petrol station. What's the price per litre there, then?
I don't know, is that in Thailand?
Is your wife obsessed with how much petrol costs?
No.
Okay, let's move on.
It's not high on our agenda.
Anyhow, this is in... I'm going to let Chris pronounce the location of this.
Keo Ting in Thailand.
In Thailand, and it's Ravi, and it's focused Sam. I think I'm going to have to give it...
Oh my God, I need a new eardrum. Next up, we've got Gary. He's got his e-summer out in Beacon Hill. New whip to go out on the trails with me and my mates. What do you think? Absolute beast of a bike. Right, next up, I can't hear it now, it's your turn.
Oh, please don't do that.
Come on.
This is exploring Turkey. Please don't do it. In Pagosa Springs, Colorado.
In Turkey?
Well, it says Turkey there, look.
No, it doesn't. It says America.
It says Explosion Turkey Springs. It's a super nice, obviously. And this, for me, has got to be the shot of the week. This is Gerhard in Maltala Glacier. That is absolutely stunning.
And have you ridden that trail? Have you ridden that trail, Steve?
Super nice. Super nice, says Martin Ashton. And that is this week's EMBN show, folks.
Get involved in the comments, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's show, and don't forget to get in a merch shop and check out all the latest new kit.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry for the interference from Martin Ashton.